it's not easy. I think it's harder to do YouTube right now than it has ever been. Now, obviously, y'all see the title of this video. Sneaker YouTube, well, it's not dead, but it's definitely not at its height like it was in 2016, 17, 18. And I kind of want to go over the reasons why. From an actual sneaker YouTuber, I want to give you guys my insight on why I think it is where it's at right now. If you are a fellow sneaker YouTuber, feel free to leave a comment down below. And even if you're not, let me know your thoughts on this entire topic, because obviously this is a discussion, so I want to hear your guys' opinion. Now, if we're going to talk about sneaker YouTube, I want to quickly go over my journey. I started uploading sneaker content around 2014, 2015, and my main content on YouTube was not sneaker related at all. I was doing skits that related to anything, and I was doing vlogs that just related to my life. Obviously, I was a sneakerhead, so here and there I was going to incorporate sneakers in my content, but it wasn't the main topic for my videos. Towards August and September of 2015, that's when I decided to launch a dedicated sneaker channel called QrewTV. On top of that, I was doing skits around sneakers called Sneakerheads Be Like, and I believe a combination of both of those, the new channel and the skits, really helped me get my name out there and elevate me on YouTube, especially in the world of sneakers. I was the new kid on the block, but there had been many other sneaker YouTubers before me, like Cousteau, Fulmer Simpson, Tony D2Wow, Bullet RC, Sneakerhead in the Bay. All these guys, these were people that I watched, and I saw what they were doing, I saw the opportunities they were getting, and I wanted to do the same exact thing. But I brought something different to the sneaker content here on YouTube. I was doing more lifestyle content rather than the formal unboxings, and I think that's how I was able to really connect with you guys. I was showing myself going and lining up for shoes, or going to resale stores and trying to trade for shoes, or just showing you guys looks at sneakers outside of just a studio in my room. I was out in the world really documenting the life of a sneakerhead. Over the next couple years, I was able to just blow up my channels. We reached 1 million subs here on QrewTV. Sneaker YouTube has just been a blessing. I was able to really find my spot here on YouTube with sneakers. I hate to pause the video before we get into the full discussion of the topic, but I gotta make a huge announcement because it's been a few years I've partnered with this company that I absolutely love, but we are officially back, and I'm excited to say that this video is sponsored by my good friends over at SeatGeek. That is right. I know if y'all been watching my channel from early 2015, 2016, 2017, y'all know SeatGeek has sent me on some of the craziest adventures, concerts, sporting events, whatever it may be. Guess what? I'm going to another one. It is the summer concert season, and a lot of artists are on tour right now, but the one that I'm super excited for the most and that I'm going to be attending is the Drake and 21 Savage. It was all a Blur tour. Super hyped for this tour, man. I've been waiting for it, and it's coming to LA literally this weekend. So of course, thanks to SeatGeek, I'm gonna be in the building. Of course, there are a bunch of other artists that are on tour right now, Post Malone, Beyonce, but I'm super excited for this one because y'all know Drake, one of my favorite artists of all time. And we wanna hook you guys up as well. Whether you're a returning customer or you're new, SeatGeek is giving you guys a special deal. If you're part of the crew, you're getting 15% off any concert ticket. That's right, 15% off any concert, including the Drake tour. So no matter how many times you've purchased tickets from SeatGeek, you could still use the 15% off code, which is going to be KAIS15. And again, this is going to be for any concert. I'm honestly going to open up the app right now and use it myself, because on top of Drake's concert, I am trying to go to more concerts this summer. All you got to do is go to your little profile on the bottom right and add the code KAIS15. Boom. Now go ahead and add the promo code to your app now, because this is only going to be available until August 31st. So you definitely want to hop on ASAP. Shout out to SeatGeek for the exclusive hookup for myself and for the crew. All right, back to the topic, y'all. So I made a little couple notes here on my notepad that I want to go over, and basically there's three main things that I want to discuss with sneaker YouTube and why, in my opinion, it's not dead. Some people might consider it dead, but again, this is all just my opinion and based off of what I've seen with my algorithm and what I've seen studying other channels. Because as a sneaker YouTuber, or just as a YouTuber in general, I like to look at other people's channels to see what they're doing, how their channel is doing, and compare it to myself to let me know whether I'm, if I'm completely falling off, or if the whole genre as a whole is falling off, or not even genre, if just YouTube is down in general. And that's, I guess that we can lead that into the first topic, is just YouTube is not where it was a few years back. YouTube was originally the destination for video content, but over the years, it's completely shifted because of TikTok, Reels, Facebook videos. Like, there's just so many platforms out there to consume video content, and a lot of people just aren't on YouTube like they were a few years back. So if you look at the whole landscape of YouTube, all the creators, if they've been a YouTuber since early 2015 or 2016, you could see that their views now don't compare to their views then, unless you're obviously someone like Mr. Beast, who's just through the roof. Basically what I'm saying, YouTube as a whole is just not getting as many views as it used to, because people like short form content. It's just easier to get on TikTok or Instagram Reels than it is to open YouTube and watch full videos. And that goes for sneaker content. Like, back in the day when it came to a sneaker releasing, like, let's talk about these that I just got. Let me pull them out. If this shoe right here that I just got in the mail came out, let's say 2015, everybody would make a video about them. The audience, if they're thinking about buying that shoe, would not only just watch my review on it, but they would go and watch every YouTuber's review on it, because that's just how it was. Like, if you were a fan of sneaker YouTube, you weren't just watching one or two guys, you're pretty much watching everybody to help you decide whether or not you want to purchase that shoe. Basically now it's kind of shifted to where if you want to get an opinion on a shoe, you don't need to watch 20,000 channels to do so. You either go to Seth Fowler, or you go to Fulmer Simpson, or you go to Tony D2 Wild. You just watch one to really get the quality and the breakdown, or whether or not it's worth purchasing. That's just what I've noticed. For me personally too, like, if I don't have a shoe and I'm thinking about picking it up, I just go watch one video from Seth Fowler and it helps me make my decision. On top of that, like I said, you have TikTok, you have Instagram Reels. All you have to do is go watch a 1-minute video with HD 4K footage of that shoe to help you decide whether or not you want to buy that shoe. You don't need to watch a 10-minute video anymore, and I think people realize that. You can go watch a 1-minute short and that will help you decide whether or not you want to spend $200 on this shoe right here. You know what I mean? It's just easier to consume short form content instead of going and watching a 10-minute YouTube video on one single Jordan. So that's how I personally feel sneaker content has shifted. Again, that's pretty much how all content has shifted, but we're just really talking about sneakers today. The other thing I noticed is that a lot of my personal viewers from a few years back, they've all grown up. A lot of them come up to me in person and they drop the "yo, I used to watch you" line. And originally it used to bother me. It would be like, all right, well, you don't watch anymore? Like, what happened? You want a photo but you don't watch me anymore? Like, I wasn't gonna be a dick to them, but also it took a couple years for me to realize, look, it's not me. It's just that person's interests have changed. The audience has grown up that was subscribed to me a few years back, and they just have different interests, or they just consume their content elsewhere. And I'm just not popping up in their algorithm like I used to, which is totally fine. Now I'm at the point where I kind of try to figure out how I can relate to my audience at the age that they're at, and that's just part of the game. Is you got to figure out, you got to adapt, and that's why I'm still here. I'm still doing sneaker YouTube, because I'm always studying, figuring out my audience, figuring out what the people like, figuring out the YouTube algorithm. It's just part of the game, and that's the reason why certain people are still here and certain people are not here and not doing YouTube anymore. They've either given up, or it just didn't work out for them, or they found, bigger and better things. You know what I mean? This is no shots towards any sneaker YouTubers who don't do this anymore. No hate. A lot of them that I personally know are doing great things outside of sneaker content. So salutes to them. But if you're still here and you're still consistently pulling views, even if it's less than a few years back, I give you a lot of props, because it's not easy. I think it's harder to do YouTube right now than it has ever been. Now, a lot of people might say that the reason why sneaker YouTube is dead is because everyone's content is the same. I kind of agree with that, but then I also disagree with that. It did get super repetitive. A lot of us were doing the same exact content, and a lot of us still do the same exact content. Like, if I have a really nice Nike outlet video, like a week later, you might see 10 other people go do a Nike outlet video, you know what I'm saying? But that's just part of the game. While they're copying your content, you got to figure out what the next, piece of content is that's going to do good. So although, it does get repetitive, I don't think it's the reason it died, but it definitely didn't help. And I think in order to keep going, you got to find new ways to be creative in the world of sneakers, which is really hard because I feel like everything has been done. But there's so many shoes coming out. As long as sneakers are coming out, Sneaker YouTube will never be dead. All right, the last thing I want to talk about, and then we'll do like an overall recap. The last thing I want to talk about is me and when I'm gonna stop doing YouTube, or sneaker YouTube. I've toyed with the idea of retiring this channel, and just focusing maybe on the skit channel, because that channel is almost at 1 million. They're just thoughts that I have in my head, but I haven't done any official announcements or anything like that, because this channel's still doing good for me. I'm still able to make a living. I still have great partnerships with Whatnot and other companies. Like, it's still, this is crazy, and this is not to flex or anything. So please, this is a disclaimer. I'm not trying to flex money or anything like that, but and me and Tony talk about this all the time. In my career, I'm doing better financially now than I did when my YouTube channel was at its peak. The ad rate, I'm not sure if this is a fact or not, but for me personally, the ad rate is better now than it was back when my channel was at its peak. I guess to sum it all up, from YouTube, I'm making more money now than I was when my YouTube channel was doing its best, which is crazy to say, but it's true as long as I stay consistent. So yeah, YouTube, sneaker YouTube, I don't know when I'll end it, but it's definitely crossed my mind a few times. Sneaker YouTube isn't dead to me. I don't think it will ever die. I think it could go back to what it was a few years back. It's like a trend, man. It's just it's literally like a trend. Right now, I think it's comfortable. The people who are doing it are killing it in their own ways, and you just gotta find ways to stay consistent and put out great content. I don't know when I'll finish, but yo, as long as sneakers are coming out, I'm able to make content with it, then I could keep going. But that's just my take. Sneaker YouTube isn't dead, but it's definitely not what it was. And if you're still here doing it, major props to you. All right, so that was pretty much my sneaker YouTube discussion. Again, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. What's your overall views on sneaker YouTube? Maybe you're somebody who stopped watching and you just stumbled upon this video. Let me know why. What is your reasoning you stopped watching sneaker YouTube? And let's get a little discussion going in the comment section down below. But anyway, if y'all want to see more of these types of videos where I just sit down and talk about, you know, stuff with social media, YouTube, things like that, let me know. I know it's a little different than what I normally do here on my channel, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just want to sit down and have a little talk with you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, guys, make sure you tap the link at the top of the description to get your guys' SeatGeek 15% off any concert. I'll leave the link down below, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys at the Drake concert this weekend. With all that being said, I'm out of here, Dream Crew family.
Ain't no gimmick, don't need no gimmicks. Got no limits, I'm spinning limit.